Why am I giving NightDocs any fucking... Who is he?
I don't know.
Does he have a channel?
Yes, he has a channel.
He
He's got
does,
like 100.
He has 100K? He has 100K?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
I thought he was just some guy.
No, he's not some
All right,
random.
okay, fine. NightDocs. Dior, shut your fat fucking jello pudding face mouth. That's a good argument. Be a part of the solution in your miserable life. What the fuck is that supposed to mean, NightDocs? Agree with us for once in your life.
Nick was ripping on the whole fucking situation.
Well, this deserved to be fucking memed on. This is ridiculous. This is literally only retards would fall for this. Also, congrats on being featured on Vice in my defense of small penis. Oh, that's funny. Did he have a point to make? That is kind of funny. But I mean, like, do you have a point? Nick
I mean,
so
he's
what?
in waiting.
All right, fine. Good. I can't wait to put him in. So what's your fucking point? Be a part of the solution. What's that supposed to mean?
I'm kind of walking in the lion's den here. Honestly,
yes, you are.
So, yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
I'll be nice. I'm nice. Hello.
Yeah, no, it's fun. Honestly,
I won't. Just fucking say it.
Okay. Honestly, the only reason I came is because I was invited in. But
by who? Matt, you gotta stop doing that.
Blue wrenches in chat.
I
yeah.
Chat.
You did? All right. Well,
Yeah,
it's the thing. I don't know. You gotta start telling me that, because if I'm gonna be rude to fucking somebody, it can't seem like I invited them in. And we've had this problem before, you fucking one-legged moron. What do you want, NightDocs?
Honestly, I just kind of came to offer kind of the other side.
What's the other side? Because, you know, I gotta be honest with you. Be a part of the solution isn't another side. You have, in my defense of small penis, is not another side.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. What is your side then?
That was.
Let me ask you something. Do you really hate pedos? Do you really hate pedos? Because I think fucking Nick does too. Call me crazy. Maybe he loves them. I don't know. But what's the other side here?
I think there's a lot of hyperbole that people are getting too caught up and wrapped up in. I don't want to speak for Max. Like,
do you?
He's more than capable of speaking for himself. In fact, he was on a stream earlier yesterday with somebody I'm sure you'll love to hear about. He was on Vosh's stream. And he gave a pretty lengthy interview. I don't care.
I care about what you said. Here's the thing: how is Nick being? How is agreeing with you being a part of any fucking solution? Much less, and what is any part of fucking Max's video being part of any other solution? When it actually, at the end, towards the end, it looks like he's just trying to get a collab off of the biggest YouTuber on the planet.
Right. So I think there's a little bit of cynical viewpoints in this, where I heard you say that this is absolutely just a clout chasing.
It looks like it. I mean, it's completely. There's red flags all over the place. If this was fucking Jake Paul, I think we'd come to a consensus here. But because it's about fucking pedos, everybody's fucking dancing around, and I don't have to do that.
But the fact that Max's pretty much entire content platform is I was told to turn.
Max had to leave out major facts about the narrative of the video to the people that participated in it. You don't find that to be problematic?
Which narrative facts are you referring to?
The narrative is that YouTube is permissive towards pedophiles. That's the narrative of the fucking video. What those YouTubers were told is about dark content being removed. But the narrative of the video is that YouTube's permissive. That's a serious omission.
Sure. So, man, you're intense.
Yeah, you forget about my fucking intensity and answer my goddamn question, because I gotta be honest with you. If you have 7 million subs, you came to the wrong fucking guy. I could care less. Please.
Tommy loves everybody. This is how he talks normally.
Yeah, I know. It's funny. Honestly, I came in because somebody told me I looked.
So you know what? Now that you're here, fucking answer what I'm saying. What the fuck about this saves one kid's life other than 100K YouTubers like you get to stand on a fucking pedestal pretending that you give a shit about kids?
Okay. So the bottom line really is Max's entire content platform really is built around this whole pedo hunting vigilante sort of.
Who is he caught? Who is he caught? What pedophiles is he caught?
Well, the video that he just put up, the one that he's referencing that got removed. He caught I don't know his real name. But
really? Do the police know his real name?
The problem too is that
nobody. Just say it.
Okay.
Nobody. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you're running around promoting this guy as being some kind of fucking hero, and he hasn't slapped the cups on one fucking guy. So I am crazy and cynical for thinking this is a clout chase. I've been doing this for 5 fucking years, and I've seen one YouTuber like this after another use anything from pedophilia to sexual abuse to rape to victim of this and victim of that, and you act like I'm fucking cynical and crazy. This is daily.
No, I said there's just another viewpoint to look
at. You haven't expressed another viewpoint. You've defended this guy.
Kids. Yeah, I mean, I'll assume he cares about kids and he thinks that exposing people is important. Why does he need to then go to all these other YouTubers and be like, and if you're not specifically helping my quest to do this, then you're pro-pedophile? Like, he's saying, you need to help
that's
me
definitely
do this.
right. So that's kind of wrapped up in the presentation style of it.
That's
and I don't think,
presentations.
yeah. So
Can't
I
we
mean,
all
I
fight
don't,
pedophiles in our own way? Do I
That's
have to
rich.
repeat this little question.
what he's really
How
trying
can
to
you
pursue is
argue?
some kind of
How can
solution
he
where
argue in
YouTube
good
becomes
faith if he's putting everybody in us or
let
them
him finish.
scenario? How can he go?
I-
How can he make his argument or his point in good faith if it's everybody's fucking evil or not? And that's how simple it is.
I don't think it is. I don't think it's quite as specific as in black and white as what.
Okay,
what
I'll
you're
put it.
saying. I mean,
I'll show
there's
you a tweet
definitely
right
parts
now.
where-
Hashtag pick a side. Children are pedophiles at Team YouTube, at Susan Majicki, at Philly D, at fucking A Tree, at Keemstar, at Scarce, at Moist Clear, at Chris Hansen. That's pretty fucking clear cut. That's binary, literally binary.
So the.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I
that's not-
crazy?
that's-
Am I
that's
seeing
not-
something that's not fucking there?
That's not the part that I was saying that was binary. But what I was referring to specifically is that what the broader point here though is that I feel like there's, and I think Max would agree with me. I hope anyway. Is that
Probably
there needs to
not.
be a
He
broader
fucking lies to other
discussion that-
YouTubers. Why wouldn't he lie to you? But go ahead. I'm dying to hear this.
Are you?
Yes.
Like,
I'm
I
listening.
don't know.
Tommy, let him finish his.
All right,
let him
fair
finish
enough.
one thought.
Yeah.
I want to feel.
I mean, I really
did.
did come here in good faith. I really
Okay,
did, I
fair
promise.
enough. I'm
I
sorry.
trust you.
I'll apologize right now for my tone, but I got to be honest with you. I don't think you thought too much before you
This
came
is
in.
in.
the first time I've been in. This is the
Fair
first time
enough,
I've
fair
really
enough.
also
I will
been
reel it
on
in, and I will
so
let you finish. I apologize.
I'm kind of in a head spin.
Yeah,
here.
fair enough, fair enough.
This is
No,
already
no,
gotten-
no,
He's
you're right.
fired up.
I'm
You
wrong.
came in
Go
a very
ahead.
emotionally primed
Yeah,
moment.
no,
We're gonna
no,
let
it's
you
cool.
speak.
It's cool.
Go
but
ahead.
Like, what the broader point though, I think, is that there needs to be some kind of solution, because the fact is that what he's arguing is that, you know, he'll say something like YouTube is actively helping pedophiles when people are getting a little too caught up in that hyperbole. When if you look at it from a stance of like a battle or something like that, if you take one side of the battle completely away, de facto the other side has won.
So, any means
But
necessary?
That's what the
And-
question is. If you say you don't support children, de facto you support pedophiles. That's what he's saying, right? It's a binary.
So he definitely has a much more hardline approach or a viewpoint, I think, than I do personally. But I mean, I do support
It's
Max.
silly. It's a silly thing to try and rally people around.
What
We
do you-
all hate pedophiles.
You support
right?
Max. What are you supporting him
So
on?
what I think he would rather see is a situation where people who are trying to protect people that can't protect themselves, like children, don't have to fight the YouTube system.
Yeah, but he's really just talking about other YouTubers and his own content.
Right.
He isn't
But
giving
this is
any
this
specific
is-
examples where kids tried to speak out about their molestation or anything and were shut down by YouTube. He didn't use one example of that.
An example of what? I'm sorry.
Example of somebody trying to speak out about maybe their molestation or somebody attacking them. He's just basically talked about his own content and other people's YouTubers that are dark.
Well, he is speaking from his own perspective. It is his video. I can tell you that I've experienced similar things on my own channel. It seems to be pretty commonplace kind of in our genre sphere, kind of the darker documentary style videos, which is kind of what I
could
do.
get my head
Now, are you
around,
talking about
guys.
videos getting taken down
Yeah.
or videos being demonetized?
I think it's more
I assume you're
specifically
talking
about
about
videos
both.
getting taken. Well, both are topics that we're passionate about, but I think this is more about things being silenced and censored. And
Okay,
that's-
silence
If
and
all these
censored. So
videos were
demonetized.
demonetized, you would say that's fine. I'm only worried about them getting.
Oh
taken
yeah, I
down."
don't. Max doesn't even try to monetize his videos anymore.
But can't he just re-upload it without that butt shot? Like, didn't they just say we don't like this one little thing? Like, can't he?
And that's a
still
good
put it
point.
up?
And that's a great point. But
Yeah,
the
it's a
problem
great point.
is
It's a
that
point I
YouTube
made to
has-
Max's face a year ago. And then, interesting enough, it took almost fucking 13 months to do the same video over again and do the
Tom,
same
you brought up a point
stunt.
earlier. You brought up a point earlier about how he did another video last year and all that. And you guys remember the hashtag Answer Us YouTube thing.
Yeah.
So one really, really good point that was made during that time was by Markiplier, where he said something along the lines of, you know, YouTube, you have your own tools, use them. So if there is an offending part, instead of taking the entire video down, take down the offending part. Because one thing I brought up with Augie RFC just earlier here is that I'm seeing more and more that I feel like YouTube's terms of service, while they are structured to be a shield to protect the community, I see it being used more and more like a sword to
Recently?
surgically target content that.
How long have you been a
that they
YouTuber?
don't like.
How long have you been a YouTuber? You got 100K? This is a
Not
new
long enough to
phenomenon?
convince you that I have a point.
Yeah, like, this is a new phenomenon for you, really? I mean, that's a serious question.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the thing is that we kind of know that tech companies structure their terms of service in a way where they ultimately have complete leeway.
Because you could say about this about
say
conservative
it sucks.
YouTube. You could say this about all sorts of parts of YouTube. YouTube. This is not Pacific. And I got to be honest with you, I don't believe for a minute that MAMAMAX doesn't know this. This is not specific to dark content. Any crime,
no, it's
true
not.
crime,
No, it's not.
anything.
I'm just saying.
And to sit there and to lead people on and to saying that this is something that permissive for pedophilia at the top of YouTube is disingenuous. And not only that, it's so disingenuous, it's so outrageous. On top of the YouTubers that he omitted information, it should be disregarded. And I'm no friend of YouTube. I can't stand these people. And I'm a right winger. They get people all the time. They nail Crowder, and you guys are sitting there fucking crying about an ass shot. Everybody in the fucking planet, no matter how big or small, would have to remove that.
I agree, honestly.
Well, you agree. All right. So if you agree, you should speak out on this fucking disaster of a video that will more than likely bring on changes that match what it is, instead of saving one fucking kid. Because to this day, as far as I know, Max hasn't saved one fucking kid, and more than likely this is about him. And guess what? He wouldn't be the first guy that used pedophilia to climb up the ladder.
See, I just disagree with the viewpoint that he's doing this as a...
I don't know. I can't read into his heart, but it is not an unreasonable fucking, considering how dishonest his video, it is not it's not a reasonable stance to come to. I don't know. You're right. I can't prove it one way or another. I can't see into his heart, but it's completely reasonable considering just how dishonest he's been and just how binary and the type of pressure. Not only that, I had it out with him a fucking year, and no, what a fucking shock. He puts over the narration, I don't care. I'm a tiny YouTuber compared to you. I don't care who gives me shit. And then all of a sudden, Tommy C comes up. You know why? Because he knew damn well I wasn't going to fall for this bullshit. So, you know what? I think I'm onto something. I think a lot of YouTubers like yourself are afraid to say fucking, you don't want to be called a pedo. You know, I don't want to be called a pedo. No, I don't want to be called that. Yeah, but you know what? There's a difference between having a set of fucking nuts and calling out the fucking Salem witch trials, calling out the satanic panic, and calling out dishonest journalism, which is exactly what this fucking is. It's dishonest journalism, period. And you know what? That doesn't help kids. It makes a mockery of kids.
Well, I kind of agree. Here's the thing is, I kind of agree with Tommy insofar as it seems like this guy has some beefs with some other YouTubers, which obviously I think a lot of us think should have been left out of this video. They feel unnecessary, and that he included them because he knows it's very easy to use this hot button issue of pedophilia to strong arm people to go, well, look, like I'm crusading.
I think you're just being cynical, Vito.
You're pro pedophilia.
That doesn't. YouTubers don't do that, Vito. You should be ashamed of yourself.
If the New England Patriots come out and say we hate pedophilia, are you not allowed to hate the New England Patriots? You know, like
yeah,
yeah, because they're against pedophilia. You have to like the Patriots at that point.
Well, it's okay. Tom Brady's
it's a weird manipulative emotional tactic that we don't want to use.
And we also see we also see YouTubers making these kind of fucking binary arguments all the time, and it's just to protect the fact that their arguments are weak. And what is our argument? And sir, what does our argument come down to? Let's be perfectly honest. What's our argument come down to, NightDocs? You believe he's legit? I don't.
That's not the purpose of why I came on. Honestly, what I was really hoping to do is just kind of have a reasonable discussion on kind of more of what I feel is the nuance in the discussion.
There is no nuance. I mean, we pointed out the nuance.
There's nothing else for us to discuss.
Let me ask NightDocs. Is your hope from this you want YouTubers to unite and cause some sort of change? And the change you guys want is that dark content does not get taken down because you think it serves a valuable
I could get behind that, but that's not what's being presented, and there's no nuance in that.
Is that what NightDocs your ultimate point is, or is it something else?
I can support that.
Actually, that's a very large part of it for sure.
Okay, I have a newsflash for you. That's not what's in this video, and you're defending it.
I am defending it. Because I don't believe
what you just told Vito. What you told Vito is not in this video, and it's not the overriding narrative of this video.
Here's why it doesn't unite me, NightDocs, real quick, if I can say it, is when I see a guy who says, I want to get all the YouTubers together and we're going to cause change and make the world a better place, and then I see that he's essentially emotionally blackmailing people like Philly D, saying, and if you don't join me, you're a pedophile supporter, then I don't want to unite behind this guy. He sounds like a bully. I want to unite behind a guy who goes, hey, let's really take this seriously, and we're going to be a community, not join us or you're a fucking pedo. And that's I think
it's fair to say you're discredited after that point.
Well, I mean, what I will say, there's actually kind of some interesting things to unpack here. So if you do want to take the stance that this was just a clout grab, it worked.
I'm so impressed. I've never seen that before.
When you say it worked, what did it do?
I mean, what worked? In his mind,
are you a big fan of That's What It Is? It worked for him too.
Just because we're here here talking about MAMAMAX.
Well,
Are you kidding me?
I'm not going to say it wasn't an excellent clout grab, but
like, yeah, all right, you win, boy. You know, if you came here to own me in an argument, you absolutely fucking did. Holy shit!
But that's not what he. But that's not
so
what.
It's not a clout grab.
It's not a clout grab, but if it was, holy shit, Vito.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, this guy's a brilliant YouTuber. And you know what? That's how most YouTubers see this shit. They don't give a fuck about kids. Yeah, you know what? Maybe he didn't give a shit about kids, but Jesus Christ, this was a viral sensation.
I really don't think I agree with that, man.
So, NightDocs, you think this is a legitimate attempt to unite the community against what? YouTube?
I genuinely do think it's a good faith effort to unite the community. Would I have presented it in the exact same way that he did? Probably not.
Why not? Why wouldn't you present it the exact same thing if you agree with it? Why not?
I honestly don't have the balls that Max does to do the kind of shit.
So it's just simply the balls to be dishonest.
Accuse them of being pro-pedophile.
No, I don't think I'm dishonest.
No, the balls. So Max has the balls to be dishonest, and you don't. Is what you're saying?
No, I don't think. I think that. I mean, it's. I don't. That's kind of an interesting way to word that. That's kind.
What do you mean? It's an interesting way to word. We know he admitted. Serious. We know he admitted the narrative. We're absolutely fucking sure of that. He's made the overriding narrative. We to other YouTubers. We know the overriding narrative, and the real, headline grabber is the fact that YouTube is permissive to pedophiles, but you're okay with it because I don't know, the ends justify the means?
No, so that's what I was meaning by nuance. So I think what I was trying to
So what is the nuance?
Saying at the very beginning was that I think we're getting wrapped up a little too much in the hyperbole, where like what I was mentioning earlier
hyperbole means like, okay, YouTube doesn't necessarily are permissive of pedophiles. That's hyperbole. So what they do, they're kind of permissive. They're kind of okay with it, or maybe they're okay with it a little. So the hyperbole is they're fucking permissive. That's the literal part. Okay, so if it's hyperbole, what's the truth then? Because hyperbole doesn't mean absence of truth. Hyperbole means exaggeration. So what is she exaggerating?
I'm sorry. I'm having a tough time figuring out which part is a question and which part is a.
Okay, you said that you said I'll explain it to you. You said the fact that he's presenting the narrative of YouTube being permissive of pedophiles as being hyperbole. Is that correct?
I think it's partially hyperbole. Yes.
Okay, partial. Okay. So what's the actual truth? Because hyperbole is an exaggeration.
So remember the battle analogy that I brought up earlier, which is that the unintended consequence of silencing creators that are doing their best to defend things like children or people like children is that when you take away that voice and you take those kind of videos down, it is de facto a victory for the.
But that's not what I asked you. I asked you what's fucking true. That's not what I asked you. He's asking a question I never asked, Vito. I never asked him that question.
You're asking what
he's saying it's hyperbolic. So what's true about the hyperbole?
Well, what he thinks is going on is that if these videos are taken away, it will lead to actual harm. NightDocs, is that where you're going?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay, you had to help
feel free. I mean, if there's more to it, feel free.
It was just that specifically what I was saying is that the hyperbole beneath that.
You think the over-the-top presentation
hyperbole?
Style. Yeah, go ahead.
No, the message beneath the hyperbole is that when you take away videos and you silence creators who are doing their best to try and bring awareness to the dangers of online activities and what's happening to children in these online chat rooms, when you take away those videos, you take away those voices, you remove the videos, you are silencing the people that are trying to expose that and bring public awareness to that. And I can tell you as a father myself, his videos genuinely have influenced the way that I interact with my daughters. And
I don't care. God damn it, Christ. You sound like a fucking politician. I resent it. I'm a father too. So fucking what? But how is you saying that YouTube is permission to pedophiles? I don't want to listen to his about his kids. Anybody when they want to listen about my fucking kids. That's a distraction. How is it even close of what you just said comparing to saying that they're permissive towards pedophiles? And you're just getting wrapped around the hyperbole. It's not hyperbole. Hyperbole would be passing comment. It's the overarching narrative of the entire video.
I think you and I are disagreeing.
I think you're excusing the fucking elephant in the room that this is incredibly dishonest.
Well, yeah, I think what the breakdown here in NightDocs, tell me if I'm crazy, is that you think, okay, he's going over the top with the presentation, but it's kind of an ends justifies the means sort of thing. No, YouTube doesn't really love pedophiles, but it's fun to frame it that way because it gets everyone on board.
Which is
kind of
dishonest. That's as generous as you can be.
Let him answer. Let him answer.
Yes.
No, I genuinely think that beneath the hyperbole, the message is that taking down these type of videos only benefits the evil people that they're trying to expose.
They can't even fucking put anybody in cuffs. How they fucking bet it doesn't want to, it doesn't make it fucking what difference if they're up or down. He's no cop.
I mean,
he didn't bust
So
anyone.
because you're saying that they haven't gotten results yet, that none of it matters?
Well, what can you prove? Can you prove who fucking these videos have saved any more than I can if they're gone?
What does it matter?
A lot.
My question
a
is,
lot because Max is running a fucking round telling people this is saving people. That's what it matters. That's what you just said.
No, what I said was it was raising awareness and that it was protecting people that are facing the kind of child sex exploitation online.
How?
Because
No,
here's the
do you have
thing.
any-
Even
Yeah,
if
go ahead.
he
That's a lot
got
of money, I
results
guess,
with one and
for a person
he
of
got
color.
one guy arrested or something like that. Which, by the way, he's actually been able to bring lots and lots of stuff to the authorities. I've been around
And nobody got
when
arrested,
these
so
guys
it's
down.
worthless.
And that's more on law enforcement than it is on people.
Oh,
like
really?
us.
How do I know that's a fact? How about this? How about MAMAMAX is a typical YouTuber and doesn't know what evidence is or how the law works? That's a lot more likely than the cops' fault. And because it's easy to blame the cops because everybody fucking hates cops.
So you're going into territory where you're now making, statements that you can't prove.
So what? So are you? You can't fucking prove that any more protected kid than I can say it didn't.
I think we're both. I think this is beyond.
We're going
I
in
think
circles, guys.
Yeah.
Right. Let's put it this way. I think we can suppose. You can say I think
I've
this is
kind
a
of worn
great
out my
value.
welcome, to be honest.
No. I love you, NightDocs. Tommy's again. He just got attacked in a big video.
You got to get used to
This is
Tommy.
no
Tommy's a
time
passion.
for him.
I don't know how anybody. I can be honest with you,
He's
NightDocs.
Irish,
and
right?
I don't know
Tommy,
if you
you're
know what.
Irish.
You don't have to defend me.
met an
I'm a
Irish-
fucking prick, and NightDocs is
I just
right.
have to
But
say-
I don't.
I just have to
You know
say
what?
Tommy's
Here's the
at
thing.
least
I
a
question
very-
your
a very
fucking
good-looking
honesty.
guy.
You know what?
I'm totally
I
with
just
you.
I could.
Good if we keep this
I could
conversation
never
productive.
take a
I think we're
video
having
of
a
yours
productive
seriously.
conversation.
I could
Yeah.
never take a
I
video of
think-
yours seriously because you just sit there and say the overall. It's not a passing. It's the overarching fucking narrative. It's
That's
what
a lot of
grabbed
money,
the
I guess,
headlines.
for-
And by the way, something you said, well, he was pretty good at it, and you're saying, well, that's just hyperbole. You know what I think that is? That's a cop out for a fucking horribly researched video that has produced nothing, proved nothing, and only even your statement like, this raised awareness. That's fucking pulling at people's emotional heartstrings at well. We don't know that.
yeah, of
That's
course
not
it is. Of
measurable.
course it is.
And you know what? What
People are
awareness? You know
influenced
what?
by
What awareness got raised for a fucking.
You are clearly influenced by your emotions.
Well, does anything good come from it? What's come from it?
Well, I hope somebody at least heard what I said and was able to take something to heart. That's
Well,
all I
can
can
I?
hope.
I think they think you're a hypocrite. How about that? I think they heard you said you're a hypocrite and you'll fucking give anybody a pass as long as you're fucking on their YouTube team. That's what I think. They heard.
I want to.
got-
I want to
you
get
got-
back to something real quick.
I got no
real
hate
quick.
for you, Tommy.
I don't
Tommy,
have
we're
any
all
hate
on
for
this
you.
NightDocs.
Let me
Great
repeat
guy.
myself. I think
We're
most
all
people
friends.
heard this and say you'll excuse fucking anything.
Nah,
That's a
man.
lot of
come
money.
on.
No, okay.
I don't
Well,
think
fair
you really
enough. I
believe
mean,
that.
I'll leave it
I
up to
don't know
them,
if you
but that's
really
what I
believe that.
heard.
I think you're just flying off the handle, honestly.
I think you're willing to fucking excuse just how bad a journalism. If it was actually really an issue important fucking
I
to you,
don't think
you'd
he
be calling
actually
out
defines
just how
himself as a
piss poor, and the fact that using this kind of heavy hyperbole would be unacceptable in a situation like this, and does nothing but mock the victims you claim to protect.
Hey, we actually made some progress there because you just finally admitted that it was hyperbole.
No, I was using it in
Very
your
good,
context.
very
You're just
good.
being now you are being bad faith.
I want to ask one question. Can I ask one
No,
question?
I genuinely am trying to be good faith here.
I
I'm
don't
just
think it's
trying to-
hyperbole.
I
I
feel
think
like
it's
think you
fucking
are.
clout.
Okay, Doc. I want to get one question. Is okay. So what I'm supposed to believe is that it's very bad when these videos get taken down because it could lead to actual harm because we can't expose these people, right?
Sure.
Okay. But we're told that the reason his video got taken down was because of butt shot, and he can just put it back up. I think most of these people have been able to put their videos back up if they make certain changes. So I mean, is there anyone who's been made a big video about a predator and you can't post it and YouTube won't let you talk about it? Like, is there an example of that?
So he did re-upload the last video that he got taken down, and he further censored his own video to take out the offending parts. So he may end up doing that on this one, but I think the goal first is to get the video reinstated because he doesn't agree with the specific thing that it was taken down for, which was the bare buttocks, which was honestly.
Yeah, and he has the
that
ability to
goes to the point
strike it.
Yeah, but he
But
also
yeah, doesn't that show that,
he actually presented it as something more devious than that.
How's
Then
that?
it's just he presented in the video that they're protecting pedophiles by censoring his shit.
I mean, he did try to frame it as YouTube's protecting pedophiles.
How about this?
but
Let me take your
I know, and
hyperbole.
You're going to say that's hyperbole.
I'm
and
actually
I
tired of this.
understand that.
Let me take your father, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, you molest your own kids, just like hyperbole. Is that funny or what? Bye.
Well,
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. The guy who fucking defend goddamn Hitler if he thought he got the fucking chance. I'm sick of that horse shit. And by the way, I don't believe he molests his kids, but I just wanted to put that on him.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just hyperbole. I mean, maybe you just like touch your kids uncomfortably. You don't molest them.
I would say that, I mean, they're saying that YouTube is not protecting pedophiles. It's not like you can upload videos about Epstein all day long. You can upload videos about any predator out there. And they might say, hey, we don't want to bear butt in this one. We're not. I mean, one guy, again, Technicals was talking about, well, I can't make ads on them. Okay, well, if you care about kids, is it about the money you make from the video, or is it about the kids?
In fairness to Technicals, I think maybe he could have taken I got to defend Technicals here, all right? And he's at war with one of my main guys. It makes him sort of look like a money-grubbing asshole because he didn't know the fuck what the narrative was going to be. So I think we can put that on him.
They were talking about pedophilias and the predators.
Yeah, like Technicals could make a perfectly irrational argument that this kind of stuff should be monetized, you know?
It's on Max for making the video then.
Yeah, it is, because it's completely and totally dishonest, and most people that are defending it are either connected to him and or just afraid not to be called pedos. And I gotta be honest with you, the fact that I'm at the end is a huge red flag. I got you, Tommy.
Well, yeah, because he made it about his personal drama. I mean, you could have made that video and just said, hey, you know, we make dark content, but we think it's helpful. We think we expose
No,
people.
he couldn't. That would have got 600 fucking thousand views, Vito.
Oh, yeah, well, because then he made it in the Joker voice. He said, the pedophiles are coming for your YouTube channel, brother.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You know, we don't tolerate that from fucking conservatives or fucking liberals. Why should we fucking tolerate it from him?
It's all, yeah, that's the thing. It's all, when I see on my feed, choose between children or pedophiles, answer us pedotube, I go, this is some QAnon.
Yeah.
It's either a conspiracy theory or, as you said, it's self-promoting hyperbole, where he knows the most bombastic thing he can possibly do is accuse YouTube
and I
of being
think
a pedo
if that's true, it discredits
and he runs with it.
And I gotta be honest with you, NightDocs trying to make that argument. Well, it did get people's attention. You know, it sounds like the crazy shit I used to hear during Gamergate when they like uncovered a false rape allegation. Well, at least we got to talk about rape and it raised awareness. No, it didn't. It raised awareness of false allegation, you stupid.
Bruh.
You know, it just, I want you guys to know something. YouTubers will defend Stalin, Hitler, and fucking pedophilia if they thought they could fucking get away with it.
We were really kind of getting to the end justifies the means type.
He essentially said it without actually using those words.
You can say whatever you want as long as it maybe protects one kid.
Yeah.
You can call Shane Dawson a secret pedophile enabler if it maybe leads to something good. And I think we disagree. Like you say, I think NightDocs tried to say, well, he's not a journalist. Well, you're doing the function of journalism. When you collect information and report on it.
Does that mean, because I'm not a journalist either, does that mean that all all forms of honesty go out of the window? You can say what you want and not be held accountable for it? And then you get to sit there and say, well, you're just kind of hung up on the hyperbole. Oh, you mean the fucking entire arc of your film? I
would hope anybody who's devoting their time to supposedly digging up, you know, pedophile information would consider themselves to be performing the function of a journalism and are taking it seriously.
Look, I think you can make that argument with the stupid shit that I do. All right, and like, look, at the end of the fucking day, or that old fucking Jon Stewart thing, yeah, or the dumb shit that I talk about, or something like that. But when it starts getting to something like pedophilia, murder, robbery, anything criminal, I think you have a certain obligation to cover that fucking correctly. Especially
you really
if you're
do. You should not. We can't allow ourselves to devolve into a world where it's if you don't agree with MAMAMAX and boost his tweet, you're a secret part of the YouTube.
That's essentially the video. I mean, God, he plays.
Who made this guy the leader? Why doesn't he just go, hey, I'm doing a thing. Anybody who wants to join in, it's great. If you can't make time for it or you don't support my particular way of doing it, I totally understand. Instead, it's, are you with MAMAMAX or are you a big old kid-touching pervert? And it's like, well, don't phrase it that way because I'm never going to get strong-armed. I don't join clubs that force me to prove my fucking virtue to some guy I've never met in my life. I don't know who MAMAMAX is. I don't watch his videos. I don't got to prove who I am to him to join his little fun club. And it's very bad, the optics they've gone with here.